Hello, and welcome back to Productivity Maximization Index, brought to you by BFX 20XX, Box Fuckers, the 20XX RPG. Today, we're gonna talk very little. We're going to be working on an assignment for game programming class. All right. All I have to do is talk about why Russian Fishing Force sucks, and how it's using data. I haven't bought the books yet for this class. Kind of a scary thing to say out loud now that I hear it. But this was like the first big assignment, so I'm like 90% sure that I'm fine. I've made money making websites. How hard could it be to pass an intro level game programming class? Assume. We have one other assignment called Freedom in Games. Freedom in Games. Oh, so we'll have a video to watch. We haven't even had a video to watch in a while. Wow. Awesome. All right. Data usage. Data usage. The first thing Russian Fishing 4 asks you. All right, the first thing player experiences in Russian Fishing 4 is a funnel. There's a marketing funnel. Their information is requested. And this creates their user account, which they can verify later on. The whole point of the game is that everything costs way too much, and everything you do makes way too little. So to get any like progress in the game without spending a tremendous amount of time wasting it, is to pay money. If you want to access different locations in the game than the starting locations in the game, you have to pay money. It's like if you had to pay like $5 to go into Molten Core every fucking night or whatever that you were raiding. Like, yeah, people would do it, but that's bullshit. The computer costs enough money. And the game isn't even good. It's not to say World of Warcraft's bad, but Russian Fishing 4 is. So, yeah. various flags. Like tutorial completion. To request resources. Otherwise, you can deprive other players of resources. That's box fuckers. Should just go system by system. I feel like I already kind of went into it. Alright, so I identified these systems. Just do a little copy paste action so that I know what I'm about to write about. And this one. How do we start this? Expiration system uses flags and aggregate data to display exploration progress and reward the player as they travel throughout the various locations. Inventory system. Is aggregate data to display items in the inventory. Allow the player to view stats and interact with the items. The order system uses data to create a sense of guided progression for the player with incentives. With incentive bonuses. Incentive bonuses? Bonus incentive to reinforce the gameplay loop of going out to fish and returning to the store to buy and sell items. Crafting and gathering systems. Use aggregate data to query whether or not a player may craft an item and to add items to the player's inventory, to the user's inventory. Finally, we have the goddamn fish. Alright. Huh. Fishing, huh? We talked about this while we were playing. It's like it's like a probability density or something. Like you cast your line out in this sort of like physics-based way that interacts with like some kind of like, you know, like dense surface. Which might even have like it might be layers of surfaces that the player accesses and like essentially like reaches with their better casting skill. I think, well, okay, so the bobber stays on the surface of the water, right? It's like easy enough to render. And then like you can increase your skill to like cast it out fast, like farther or whatever. And like um I think you can, it affects like what kind of rods you can use. So you're definitely like throwing something different out there. I mean, it's a fishing game, right? So that would imply that there's some notion of like depth. I know there's like deep sea fishing reels and things like that. Um and all of these can be used to like essentially like create like a hash table of like fish probabilities, right? So you can access all of these like seeds of data. And then once like you know what you're trying to catch, right? Like then there's like the fish timer, and then there's the fish battle, like reeling it in or whatever. The fish is picking various fish strategies. Yeah, I'm very convinced that like you know, if I'm gonna make this game, I should be exploring some kind of, and they say this in the class, if you're gonna make a game, you explore what the technology can do, and then the game and the story and the art kind of start to build around like this notion of the technology. Like I think World of Warcraft is like that. Um Trying to think of another game that like gets really deep into it like that. But I know like if you explore like oh my god, I feel like the world betwixt or whatever, like where the nobodies are in Kingdom Hearts 2, you like go inside a PlayStation or whatever. Like yeah, I mean every Zelda game is like that. Like every Zelda game is about um finding like novel uses for like all the new features on like the new Nintendo console, which is why they have all of like the interesting puzzles and things like that. It's really fun. I like it. I recommend it. Zelda's a good series. Oh, look at this. This one looks like a, doesn't it look like a Bionicle mask? Or like the Stone Temple boss from Majora's Mask. Got it on the big cam. Looks like a Bionicle mask, right? Focus. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not famous. I'm not famous. I'm not famous. I'm not famous. Anyways, yeah, it even has like the head shape kind of. Got like the back of the head there. It's kind of cool. Um, the phishing system aggregates data from the equipment system and the so funny, like, yeah, these are game systems, but like there's also a game system that you play the game systems on. And when you're on the game system playing the game system is accessing data from game systems that track the various systems within the game. Isn't that funny? So is it a problem with the game system? We don't know. Now it's box fuckers for real. Fuck. And box fuckers, you box from inside a box where you box in various boxes so that you can box boxes, boxing in boxes. And you're inside a box. Yeah. I don't know. All right, come on. Okay, before it goes, we should inventory all of these systems. Type, motherfucker. We just Need water. Need like a sippy cup. Maybe like one of those hamster things right here so I can be like. I don't need to trim that. I don't need to trim that right now. Do you feel squirrely? I feel squirrely. Alright, 2 feet on the ground. Feet on the ground. 2 feet on the ground. Okay. Starts from the core. Just okay, it starts from the core. Face forward. Plant your feet on the ground. Okay. Hands here. Okay, hands on the keyboard. Okay. Focus. On the player status data to physically interact with the body of water. With the body of water. Present in front of the player. My hypothesis. My hypothesis goes that the entire level represents varying probability densities that the player physically interacts with upon casting, creating creating a vector that determines the localized probability by setting bounds in the radius of the vector according to the player's stats, status, the player's skills, status, and equipment loadout. Creating a vector that determines the localized probability of catching a given set of fish by setting bounds in the radius of the vector according to the player's skill. A vector that yields a zero. How would I put this? So a vector that yields no probability density such as when the player casts their rod into the dirt, into the ground, will not catch any fish, but a vector that lands in the water will yield a probability density. This way, a tools engineer can create a simple map creation tool, level creation tool that allows level designers to paint the areas on the map represented by a 3-dimensional grid and layer where certain fish can be found and layer these painted areas so that there is a sense of depth that can more easily be abstracted as different kinds of rods and lures. Rods and lures. Yeah. Now I'm gonna. Teams have fun. 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 All right, we're back. Encapsulating the fish generation process in this way lowers runtime overhead considerably, since the functions for checking what fish are available can all be done using arithmetic can all be done using encapsulating the fish generation process in this way lowers runtime overhead considerably, since the functions for checking what fish are available can be done using arithmetic, while allowing designers to create expressive environments, vivid environments that deliver a more realistic, a richer fish game experience. Each area can represent living biomes of various types of fish based on the foliage available. Based on, I'll just call it food. Based on the food available, the environment, the depth at which they live, the water quality, and more. So that's fish generation. Once the line is cast, once the player casts their line, once the player casts their line, the game uses this data to roll periodically to decide periodically whether or not a fish bites the bait. If the player reacts within the calculated tolerance the fish enters the generated fish enters a hooked state. At this point, the battle begins. The fish uses its generated stats and personality to choose different strategies for escaping capture. Well, the player must counter each of those strategies with the correct combination of inputs and gestures recorded by the system. What happens next? Oh yeah. 3 pages of fish analysis. Russian fishing for Chibli. Saying Northern Lion joke. Stop. Stop it. Feet on the fucking ground, dude. Alright. At this point, the battle begins. Gestures recorded by the system. The players capture progress. Determines how close the fish is to the player. What how close, and whether or not it can be yanked out of the water. Chibli. Whether or not it can be yanked out of the water. Whether or not it can be yanked out of the water. I'm at a loss here. Once the fish enters the player's possession, score. The game awards experience and logs the size and logs the size of the fish to the server in case it is noteworthy enough for a broadcast announcement or even a place on the leaderboards. Logs the size of the fish to the server in case the skill system checks to see if the player has leveled up and communicates that to the UI. Communicates that to the UI if necessary. And communicates validated progress to the UI. Once the fish enters the player's possession of the game awards, in case it is earned, or even a place on checks to see if the player's leveled up and communicates validated progress to the UI. The player's personal stats. Get updated by the server. And the fish and the player then may choose whether or not to keep the fish. If they release the fish, bonus experience. The game rewards the player with bonus experience points. Otherwise, the fish enters the player's inventory. All of this gets validated. All of these stat updates get validated by the server. And the game enters an open state again. That sounds right. While the player continues to travel the world, the fish degrades in their inventory according to a timestamp collected at the time of possession, at the time of capture, the time we'll put that here. While the player continues, the fish degrades at this time. All these stats go. The game enters an open state. Okay, that's a pretty simple explanation. The game is not fun. I don't think Russian Fishing 4 is a fun game. I mentioned earlier that I played for 2 sessions. I mentioned earlier that I played for 2 sessions. Once for 2 hours. And again for around 40 minutes. The latter of these 2 sessions, during the latter, God, I love the way I type. My entire life, I don't know why it is. It's my limited vocabulary or something, but I write in this way where, like, I repeat words, like, fucking rhythmically. Like, on the fucking page. Like, if you go by the columns, and I've noticed this my entire life, if you go by the columns of, like, what I'm writing, like, you'll see it so often, just like 2 words just like lining up like that, and they're not random words either. It's not like articles or like short verbs like to be or whatever. It's like what I'm talking about. Like just goes to show that when you listen, right, and you regurgitate what you say, like it just lines up like that. Like there's a rhythm to like teaching someone something. I think that's kind of beautiful. Stop it. All right. um my what is it? How would I put this? My apprehension. Stop. There's too much movement. Alright, feet on the ground. Feet on the ground. Start from your core. There's something poking me. I don't think Russian Fishing 4 is a fun game. I mentioned earlier that I played for 2 sessions, once for 2 hours and again for 40 minutes. During the latter of these 2 sessions, I evaluated the game based on my enjoyment. My apprehension towards the game began when I was not greeted by a login screen nor given a profile based on my Steam ID. The onboarding process felt very granular in a way that a car salesman might try to pull your guard down to sell you a clunker without a thorough test drive. I would have much preferred to use my Steam ID, and the sense of nostalgia for old MMOs would have convinced, in my sense of nostalgia for old would have convinced me that it's fine if I get to enjoy some login screen music, some good login screen music. Upon entering the game for the second time, the overwhelming amount of in-game systems began to remind me how disharmonious the design of these kinds of games are. There's no real reason for me to be fishing there, and nothing attractive about the user interface or graphic design to draw me into exploring a lovingly crafted world. It's a world full of surface-level observations and hyper-realistic graphics. The menus were crowded with needless comparisons to players I would never meet, and everything at the store was ferociously unobtainable. It's the kind of game that people start to enjoy after they turn off the critical part of their brain, which I'm not a fan of. Applying instrumentality to a survival skill decimates the experience to the point where I wonder, why not go outside and fish for real? Uh, the breaking point for me had to be when I opened the cleverly hidden interface to access other locations and hopefully meet other players, only to be informed that I had to spend real money to even see any of these players, probably bots, in game. No one was chatting in the global chat, so I have to assume anyone populating the game was either not human or paid to do so. I cannot say that I didn't feel some sense of satisfaction or enjoyment while critically analyzing it in my first session, but that washed away as soon as I tried to sit down and play the game as a video game. Yep. Why not? Um, Grindiness in games only serves to tap into cultural narratives that validate people for entering a flow state while they work. Doing this in a video game can cause them to be highly addictive and lead to difficulty functioning in daily life. Conflating work with play diminishes the value of play. Yeah. The value of free time. There we go. Conflating work with play diminishes the value of free time. The breaking point for me. Yeah, okay. We can submit this. Awesome. Awesome. We don't like Russian Fishing 4. I don't like that game. I think it's bad. Can I get a PDF? Yeah, can I get that can I get that with my name on it? Save. Cool. The game is not fun. Game is not fun. Alright, that's taken care of. Apparently I have a quiz due tomorrow. I guess we'll do that. 10 minutes. Okay, what's chapter 3 about? Oh, okay. Chapter 3 topics. Risk terminology. Physical security controls. Okay. Have I read this chapter? Wait, what chapter did I get up to? Did I stop reading at chapter 2? Yeah, no, I've seen this. I've seen this. Okay. Do this real quick. Let's do this and then what's where are my YouTube tabs? Who's online right now?
If there's
What's 6 p.m.? No, my first message got deleted. Starts in an hour and a half. That's fine. Okay, we'll do free dome and games in a second here. Let's do this quiz. I think I can do it. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. I'm not doing anything. Just gonna. Oh shit. No, I'm right. I'm right. I don't have to change anything. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. What? Ah, man. Really hope it's. I feel like I know these terms. It's just like one of those classes that just sneaks up on you. Okay, no, I can't do this like this. I have to answer everything first at least. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. 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 Blah 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 blah. Okay, so far I'm completely correct. Um, except for those three. let's just say that. Huh? Yeah. Yes. 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 That one's pretty subjective. I'm gonna be real with you. That one's like not even in the book or a lecture, so I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. Yup, 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 yup. Everything. I need 10 out of 10, bro. You don't understand. Okay? I swear to God. Son of a bitch. You fucking liar. Fuck you, dude. It's not in the fucking book. No, it is not. You are a fucking liar. Chapter 4, this is the chapter 3 quiz. Fuck you. How is that possible? Why are there questions from chapter 4 on the fucking chapter 3 quiz? That's bullshit. No, I'm gonna talk to him in person about this one. Because that's 100% bullshit. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to mark students wrong for asking them to multiply two fucking completely qualitative things. You can't multiply qualities. And this is why I dropped this fucking course last semester. Fuck you! Fucking bullshitter! I'm not a B student. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not. I come from a nice place. So I guess that must mean I'm fucking stupid. Fuck you. Alright, what's next? How long until this starts? We can do freedom in games. Or we can do, how long is this video? If it's like,
I remember
it's a 20-minute video. Alright, we can do that in a minute. We have to watch this video and write something about it. We could do some more labs. Let's do that because my license is about to expire. Nope, that's not. Wrong one. Alright. Fucking bullshitter. I know what the fuck I read. That's when I dropped the class. It was after that quiz that I dropped the class. I remember that. No, that bullshitter. Let's do some more labs. And you know what? That teacher doesn't teach anymore. They're not teaching at the school right now, actually. Someone else took over the class. What's my progress look like right now? Can I get a progress report? Can I get a progress report? How do I get my progress report? Did they reset the labs? I know he doesn't work on weekends. Performance report. Yeah. He was at a conference this week, so. No, my accuracy. I input one of the flags wrong. Because it was like right when I got to the point where I was like kind of going into automatic. Really hoping I don't lose points for that. Because that would be fucking annoying. I run lab 10. Breaking weapon WAP with decrypting the traffic. Huh. That's wow. Fucking bullshitter. Let's just out of here. Lab 11. Lab 10. Okay. We're getting there. Live a good life. I swear, this website is so fucking skeevy too. Like, it's so rickety. Like, some fucking. This is like their fucking friend's website or something. This is crazy. I can't believe that people would come for my favorite school, my favorite community college, a community college that for the longest time had a amazing reputation in the state for being this very accepting institution where teachers are there to help you learn and help you succeed for so many years. But these fucking jackals showed up, and now I gotta be this person. Pisses me off. Right. Okay, so we're on the reading part of this. Yeah, we got WEP, we got wired equivalent protocol. Is that what it is? It's the P in WEP for protocol. Privacy, wired equivalent privacy. And then we have, what is it? Wi-Fi protected access. Protected there we go. Wi-Fi protected access. That's what it's called. Yeah. WEP failed because it was just 64 bits. The first 24 bits were like how do they describe it? Initialization vector. It's like a seed, and the final 40 bits are like authorization from that, but it was very easy to crack. And eventually after the government released like regulations on how long a WEP key could be, which is like, what are you talking about? That is like, someone flicked the light switch on and off, and we decided that steroids are bad and should be taken to the Supreme Court. Like, such a fucking farce. What was I saying? People switched to 104-bit keys, which were harder to crack, right? But still very insecure. Now we use WPA, and I think now we use WPA3. But yeah. So yeah. If they know your password, you're fucked. But you know what? It's better than nothing. Let's see. Versions of the algorithm: WPA, WPA2, and WPA3. They were created when the previous WEP version showed security weaknesses and became available in 2003 by the Wi-Fi Alliance. WPA. The Wi-Fi Alliance. WPA3 became available in 2018. WPA improved the WEP process by adding temporal key integrity protocol to the beginning of the encryption process by creating a new key for each packet transmitted and encrypts the initialization vector for RC4. I need to know more. This new and securely dynamically changing initialization vector adds new layers of protection over WEP. Temporal key integrity protocol. Feet on the ground, feet on the ground. TKP IP with AES encryption. RC forward AES insecure because an attacker can capture data and then run it through a dictionary-based attack against the password. Requires an attacker to interact with the live network, which makes it harder to crack passwords. Uses a technique called forward secrecy. So if an attacker captures data and learns later the password is, the attacker will not be able to unencrypt the data. The PPA theory is not 100% safe. They only capture data if they know the password. Okay. Forward secrecy. Okay. If you were to hack a live network, you would use a couple of tools called iwconfig and airmon new. The iwconfig command provides you the interfaces that are wireless, and airmon new puts the wireless interface into monitor mode so that the network traffic can be captured. Fuck. It's attacking me. Thing, man. It's attacking me. Like examining wireless protocol traffic in Wireshark. We've talked about Wireshark. We've used Wireshark. Okay. Let's see. Do the thing. Alright. Start the lab. Cool. Let me in. I hate the names of this shitty software, dude. It's made to hate me, dude. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit, man. Maybe it's because its software is so useless that it can't feed a family. How about that? Conjure food. Conjure food. Conjure food. Nothing. Nothing. Aircraft traffic, of course. Air fuck, air crack, air deep. We're looking at the source code, and it actually looks just like the modem.
Yes, well, they're actually very similar. Similar! They're very similar!
Why does this thing grade on accuracy if it actively tries to trick you? This is a place of learning, not a place of bullshit. All right, let's see. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So when it's encrypted, you cannot see the IP addresses or application level your protocol traffic, such as FTP, Telnet, IP. And I click apply. You can see there are no IP files. There's no IP here. Or like IPP. Alright, aircraft. Web capture. What is this? Secure 2. FiOS. ACES. Outdoor. Outdoor. No data. Wapa. Get a web guy. Let's see. What does this do? Did I get a new file? Index number of target network. We want the web. The web. We want that web. Okay. Tested 4 keys. Found. Write this down. Or we can copy paste it right here. I'm gonna remember this forever. Crime class is so fun. I love the fact that the disparity is built into the curriculum. Why do I have more web packets? Did I answer that right? W for when you win. There it is. Let's see it. Wireshark. Web capture deck. Okay. Now we have IPs and application data and stuff. I wonder if there's any FTP. Let's see some naked pictures. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at FTP. DNS and frame contains FTP. There's one. Uh-huh. Look at that. .com. Let's just ask. Just make friends. Or change the world. Oh boy. Let's get their email password. Ooh, okay. both looking at this? Yeah. See. The Cleveland Cavs will win the NBA title. What? What's going on?
They're rigging the fucking game.
Alright, what else? They're rigging the fucking game. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. I knew this class was rigged. I knew, dude. I just knew. What? Uh, uh, oh, that's oh. Oh. That's snazzy. Uh, Cleveland Cavaliers. I need pictures of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. No, I know. I know all of it now. I know all of it now. Is this just like the same thing? IP. You'll see that WPA capture doesn't work. We'll use a dictionary attack on the WPA capture for secure. Dude, boneless. The password is boneless. The password don't have any bones in it. What the fuck? Wait, but they're saying the Spurs will win the NBA title. Hold on. This changes everything. This changes everything. Sure. This changes everything that we knew about the future and about our safety. Our deep dive and packet analysis using Wireshark and Network Miner. This changes everything. Like, this, nothing will be the same after this. Nothing will be the same after this. Nothing will be the same after this. Black people, basketball, hacking, box fuckers. Hold on. Part of me is like, I can just split the page, but this one might have like a lot of notes or something. Oh, I should date this, right? What's today? When's the last time I worked on these? Like last weekend, right? Whatever. What's the course called? Okay. Now look at these pictures of black people. Now, who even watches basketball? $16. Okay. Okay. We're on to the next one. Deep dive in deep dive in packet analysis. Where's the intro? You're at the outcomes. Use Wireshark. Use Network Miner. All right. Notes. Lab notes. Stretch, stretch. All right. All right. Oh, there's one lab. Come on, dude. Windows? Oh, the North Korean machine, of course. All right. Oh. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, your cool guitar teacher. How's it going? Yeah? Groovy, man. Awesome. Yeah, I've been listening to the new Corn. It's pretty good. Yo, did you hear Mike Shinoda's daughter didn't even know he was in Linkin Park? That's crazy. Like, honestly, I kind of respect him for it. Cause it's like, he wants to be raised around all that fame. Like, must be like a lot of pressure all the time. Definitely mess with the kid. See what happened to Britney Spears? Yeah, crazy stuff. All right. All right. Using a PCAP file. Sure. We're going to talk about. I already have. No. No, we write it twice. I don't care if I have better notes on TCP/IP. We're going to write it again, okay? Okay. Oh, my back. Recall the transmission control protocol, internet protocol, networking model consists of 4 layers. No? I thought there were 6 layers. Am I crazy? Oh. No, there's 5 layers. No, it's 4 layers. What the fuck? Oh god. Why do I think it's 6 layers? Okay, whatever. Annoying. I'm gonna just make a quick note here. See previous notes, cause I honestly this website's dubious. um, recall the blah blah blah. Services run at the application layer and interact with the transport layer using ports. Port numbers are assigned to different services on the operating system. Services. Oh, I like that. I like that. Services. I thought these were applications, such as FTP, Telnet, HTTP, and others. Use unique port numbers assigned to them by the operating system. FTP. Alright, I'm just looking at my notes. UCP, PDP, IDP, ADP, the process interacts with the application layer. The transport layer has the protocols, and the net layer lays down the net. For a suite, 58 plus bytes. Bits? 58 plus bits. It's an Ethernet frame. And that's an Ethernet frame. User data becomes user data appended with an app header, which becomes application data. This receives a TCP header, then an IP header. And so yeah, okay, so it goes user data. User data gets appended with an app header, then a TCP header gets appended to that, or prepended to that, and that creates a TCP segment, and then an IP header gets prepended to that, and then that becomes the IP datagram, and then an Ethernet header gets prepended, and an Ethernet trailer gets appended, creating an Ethernet frame, and that gets sent down the wire. Okay, fascinating. It goes up and it goes up and down, up and down. And they're called layers because we want to emphasize that you don't know what's happening. Because it's box fuckers. Don't. It's almost gonna click a Discord notification. Wait, no, that is the application. I was right. That is the application layer. What? What? I was right. I know. Look, I know a little bit about TCP/IP. Okay. I know a little bit about TCP/IP. MMO RPG. ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. ARP is a protocol used for discovering MAC addresses associated with an IP address. Okay. When the TCP/IP stack using ARP to determine the MAC address for an IP address, the mappings are stored in ARP cache and can be manipulated with the ARP command. Okay. Hardware type, protocol type. What is that? 0 to 3 octets. That's odd. It's really odd. ARP discovers how can it have an address if it doesn't? Okay. No, I'm right. Address resolution protocol. Me too.
Dude, I can't wait till they can like actually grow back foreskins. I don't believe in like the yanking technique. I think that's stupid. Um I'm definitely not going to let my shit atrophy. It's just like there are like times when I reach like a level of self-awareness that like it feels like death. It feels like a fucking like I'm dragging my shit like across like a scalding desert like fucking waste, bro. Like it's so painful. This is the kind of thing they do to women in the Middle East who like disobey tenants or whatever, like literally like they remove the clitoral hood and it's as bad as it sounds. It is so fucking painful. The pain is so bad that most of the time I'm dissociating from the pain. I'm just like used to it. God, my life pain free between my back, my foreskin. Soon. Soon. IP is a connectionless network layer protocol that transmits packets from a source host to a destination host. It uses a 32-bit address space and usually represented in decimal and is usually represented in decimal dotted notation. One of the functions of the IP protocol is a routing function that allows for communications between hosts on a local area network and a wide area network. The successor to IP is IPv6. Figure 4 shows the IP protocol, which I already have. So let's see, IP header. So this is what it's trying to construct. I guess I should, pretty useful to include these in my notes. Options, if any. Why is it? What was I looking at? This has to be somewhere. Ethernet frames. Okay, but I have like an IP packet, right? Like somewhere in here. No, it's so annoying. Alright, do this real quick. Okay. My life is pain and sorrow. Drift away from my mouth. My life is pain and sorrow. Drift away from my mouth. My life is pain and sorrow. Drift away from my mouth. My life is pain and sorrow. Drift away from my mouth. My life is pain and sorrow. Drift away from my mouth. my life, pain and sorrow stripped away from my mouth. You guys ever listen to Scott Walker? I haven't listened to Scott Walker in like forever. It's like really easy listening. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, here, can I? No. Can't play Scott Walker on stream. We're not on Twitch TV. My eyes. Oh. Fuck. Like cramping. Yeah, the way he sings is like just ghastly and awesome. And I love it. If I had to describe it, it's like the sonic equivalent of a man running through the darkness to tell you something. And it's really cool. I highly recommend anyone with some free time to listen to Scott Walker's stuff because I really like it. It's like a real vibe. Like if you ever get like really high and you're just like, I can't listen to music, man. I can't do this. Like, pop on some Scott Walker. Just be like chilling the whole time. You should listen to Scott Walker right now while I copy this down. Because I'm just going to be sitting here writing all this for like a minute. Just go on YouTube. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. Just check it out. Scott Walker, check it out. Oh, it took way too long. Ew. DCP might be. I'm gonna be real with you. Why do I feel so tired? It's probably because I'm being attacked. It's probably because I'm not. I just. They're just like throwing all these at me, and I'm just fuck. I thought I had this in my notes. If I looked at the names of like every like it's not explaining the protocol, but like if I looked at the names of like all these things, like at the very least I understand what the IP packet's doing. Like I get that. TCP packet is in my notes. Yeah. This is not the last time I'm gonna study TCP/IP, but might be the first time. Um. Hmm. Okay. Why am I so fucking tired? Mm-hmm. 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 What is that? Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're not gonna tell me anything about this. Let's do the labs. Hello there. Hmm. Where to go? File. Export object. Pitch to save it all. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Lab 11. Um, medium icon, please. Picture of someone's Minecraft world. Of course. Okay. We're looking for this application. Yeah. Use the hefty P filter. Find the flag. Oh, is that it? Alright. Use the email filter. Will it display vertically? Stupid noob. This. I'll do this. I'll do this. Now we use network miner. We will now open Lab 11 ECAP in network miner. Bada bing, bada boom. Whoa. Oh. Right behind the ear. Nice. I'll click on the images tab. I need images of basketball players now. Alright, messages. Word. Test. 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 What's up? What's up? Credentials tab. Oh, what do you mean by that? Coach. What do you mean by that? Let's look at all the passwords. Wow. Yep. Yep. Here's a link to a better part. Lag 2. Oh, where it at though? Click on the images tab. Look at the image. Do the flag. Six, 7. Look at the messages tab. 6, 7. Six, 7. 6, 7. Okay, we got that one. Next. That was not very much of a deep dive. What the fuck? That was. Wow. Okay. Lab 12 out of 15. They really know how to dish a point a guy. Remote and local exploitation. Objectives. Outcome. In this lab, you'll exploit a vulnerable Postgres service on a Linux server, the Metasploit framework on Kali Linux. After getting in as an attacker, you'll also leverage the Metasploit framework to do a privileged execution. Beware all private server owners. I am to Hacksaw. I am to elite hacksaws. I'll be doing a SQL injection in chat now. I'll be doing a SQL injection in chat now. Yo. Train wrecks. Huh. Sounds like kick.com. Huh. God damn. Kick.com. You get kicked, you come here. I gotta say, it's a good name. It's a good name. My feet are cold. Need to put on socks. Feel much warmer now. Feel much warmer now. We feel better about this. I have socks on. Look. That was a gift. It was a gift from someone. The hat's for vanity. The socks were a gift. Time to go download all these tools. Time to use the ClearNet to download all these tools. Time to pay a VPN provider. Huh, I wonder who works at the VPN place. I wonder who's working there. In security. I hope there's no one, like, bad who wants to bully people. I really hope it's someone who feels powerless in their daily lives. Sorry, I mean life. But that's just a box fucker situation, you know? When you really think about it. Hmm. A headache. A headache. Tired of writing the network topology. I'm just gonna take some quick notes. I'm done with it. This shit's so repetitive, dude. I hate this. It's probably because I'm doing them all at once, but it's like, man, like.
Oh, it's not live. Okay, never mind. Hello, everybody. My name's
Alright, let's finish this lab. I have something to do. I have to take notes. It's a people watching stream. Damn. This lab, you'll exploit a vulnerable Postgres server. We talked about this. Pen testing. When you ask nicely to check someone's system. Kali Linux is a Linux distribution that lets people hack your kernel and do CPU level hacks to fuck with your firmware so that when you roll back your computer, there are vulnerabilities on it and you shouldn't use Postgres is a type of database management system and I like it. I'm a Postgres advocate. Cheaper than Oracle, very similar to SQL, and it's just nice. It's very nice. Nmap, we've talked about this. It looks for open ports. What's OpenVAS? OpenVAS. Iceweasel is a free software and is a rebrand of Firefox. IceCat includes additional security features to block zero-length image files that result in third-party cookies. Iceweasel. Iceweasel. OpenVOS is an open source vulnerability scanner that uses a Greenbone community feed for its scanner. Okay. Just there's nothing really to say. Just go to class. Go to math class, Stinky. What is she screaming about, dude? It's cloning the machines right now. I'm gonna be right back. You really gotta they gotta add options to YouTube that um I need like a better video watching experience. Like I want to be able to watch videos on YouTube and be like, this is where the volume peaks. This instead of being like, this is where everyone's clicking, this is where the volume peaks. They say this here, they say this here, here, here. You can search what they say in the fucking video or whatever. Or like you gotta bring back video responses like right below the video, you know? Like I need to be able to post images into the YouTube comment section. Alright, anyways. Where does the volume peak? Where does he rage? The important things. Tour. Is this real? Oh, I'm like, can't believe Rabbit Game has like a soundtrack like that. They have to do the op, bro. The Pippa fans got kicked. Damn. Crazy. Oh yeah, look at that. Wait, they want me to close it. Okay. Open was? Open was? I need pictures of basketball players immediately. Look, you have to look at this. No, you have to look at this. I need pictures of basketball players immediately. Immediately. Is it not? Oh, wow. This is like taking forever. Okay. Uh,
No, 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 no. No. It could be anything. It could even be perfect. Damn, I'm not even paying attention. All right. Use auxiliary scanner. Postgres. Postgres login. Info. Info. What? Info. Info. You. Dude, my hands are like so cold, it's painful. Sucks. I'm gonna get some gloves. Sucks. Now, the last time I did a Killer 7 series like this, with this kind of stream, was Fish Tank. That was the last time I did one like this. Do you have Mediafire videos of me like going on walks outside, streaming my walk outside while, well, you'd mentioned it, you know, it's like Gargura's there, like, if the one person who gives a fuck about this is watching this, well, you know, streamer mentioned it. But I haven't done a Killer 7 series like this necessarily. Nice, fresh content. Ooh. Ooh. Powerful. Alright. What? Didn't we just do that? Okay, wait. Ass pad. Dude, typing with gloves is like a trip, dude. Never done this in my life. I feel like a dog. Oh, login successful. Well, yeah, it's like on the fucking system. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. Use exploit. Linux. Postgres. Postgres. Payload.
Info. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yep. 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 I don't know anything about what I'm doing right now. I'm receiving credit for it. La di da di da. This course is an asshole. Ooh. Set our host. Oh, because I didn't set. No, I set password. What do you mean? God damn it. This is such a bullshit course, dude. You mean failed to validate? What are you talking about? Did I type it right? This isn't even like the first time. Like this happened when we used this version of Metasploit for the social engineering attack too. This is so dumb. Dude, I swear if I miss a flag, it's this bullshit. No. Oh, here we go. Exploits are at times unreliable. If it seems that the exploit is hung, press Ctrl-C to stop the process and run it again. Exploit failed. The following... I'm going nuts. What are you talking about, dude? I hate this person. This is why this person got fired. Sorry. Why they're on sabbatical, dude. This is why I dropped the course last semester, dude. Optinos. Whoa, what just happened, bro? It is set. What do you mean it failed to validate? Oh my god. Don't even tell me how to use the fucking thing, dude. Don't even tell me how to use the fucking thing. No, let me Google this real quick. Also, give me pictures of basketball players. Yeah. This is that one with all those pictures of basketball players in it. No session was created. Did I like miss a fucking sudo at some point? It's running as fucking root. Like what the fuck?
This class is not only required for you to enter a public university, it's also a honeypot. Isn't that cool?
Song rules. See the option? Now I should be able to type exploit. The following options failed to validate. Epic. I'm gonna talk to the teacher about this. Alright. And that's it. That's how fucked this shit is. Thanks again for showing up to another edition of Productivity Maximization Index. Once again, brought to you by Boxfuckers. Signing off, Boxfuckers. The 20XX RPG. Wishlist it when it comes out. See ya!